All right, hey, this is Michael coming at you. This is Goodbye USA, and it is Monday afternoon over here in Cambodia. This is take two, man. I started out making the other one, and I got about 2 minutes into it, and then I realized I forgot to shut off the my phone for the alerts for the surveillance cameras, and that's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes because it alerts me anytime somebody walks in front of our house or even anywhere's on our property. If you walk, that surveillance camera picks it up, man. And I can set it to follow you around. I can talk. It's nice to have. Anyways, I haven't made any videos in like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days. I got a week ago, Monday. I was feeling like a little bit down. I was feeling like my bones stuff were kind of hurting me a little bit sick. Not really sick, but I don't know. Felt like I had a cold or something coming on. No big deal. Went to bed, man. Went to sleep. Woke up in the middle of the night, just shivering, just shaking like hell. And I'm never cold over here in Cambodia. Okay, I had to shut the air conditioner off in the bedroom, man. That's how bad it got. So Tuesday morning, got up, got dressed. My wife took me to the hospital that I use over here, and they looked at me, and they ran all kind of took blood stuff and blood pressure, all the rest of that crap, and they were kind of confused a little bit at first, and my fever was a little bit high, and one of the doctors over there said they wanted to do a test for what they call Dengue fever. You get it from mosquitoes. Okay. Now, I've been coming to Cambodia for well over a decade. Been living over here for a good 4.5 years. Okay. This next December will be 5 years. But anyways, and I've been outside so many times riding. You guys see me on my bike. I'm very active. First time I've ever been bitten by a mosquito that got that. Okay. And it made me hella sick. Okay. I wasn't going to die or anything, but it's just not something you want to go through. Let me tell you, all the joints in my body hurt. I had a high fever, had to stay in the hospital for 5 days and deal with that. So anyways, now that I've had it, I read online that I can get a vaccine to keep me from getting it again. I don't know if Cambodia has it or not. I have not checked into that yet. So anyways, it's one of those things when you live in a tropical environment, okay? When you live in a tropical environment, man, they got, like I said, there's water everywhere over here, okay? So a lot of mosquitoes. We have these little devices in our house all over the place that like mosquito, they look like little air fresheners, so it's like plug-ins or whatever, but they're actually a mosquito deal to kills the mosquitoes. So, but I have no idea the incubation period between the time you get bit and the time you actually get sick is between 5 and 7 days. I've kind of like in my mind tried to figure out where I could have gotten bit at, but there's just so many different places. I have no clue, man. So I like I said, I could have been out on a bicycle ride, sitting outside in one of those old coffee shops somewhere. I have no clue. Anyways, but I'm back. I did make a couple of shorts about my little hospital stay there. I didn't really want to make it. Like I said, I made a couple of shorts, and that was about it, man. It was just too damn difficult because I had the IV, the thing they put in your hand. I had a couple IV bag, the medicines, everything, and there was people in and out, the nurses in and out. It was just not the right environment to make any YouTube videos. So, but now I'm back, and you see, while I was there, I got to watch a lot of YouTube because they had a TV. I was in a VIP room, what they call a VIP. I guess I'm a VIP, but anyways, had two nice beds in there, one for me and then one for my wife and daughter to sleep on. They stayed there with me, and my wife would come home every day and do the flower thing and cook food and bring it back to me because I wasn't going to eat that damn hospital food, man. That stuff, I don't care what hospital you go to. I just didn't want to eat. I don't want to eat that hospital food anyway. So Anyways, I got to watch a lot of YouTube, but they did have a television on the wall, but the channel selection wasn't really that best. So, anyways, and man, I don't know what in the hell you guys are going to put up with over there in the USA, man. I'm watching these videos. Like I said, I know some of them might just be for clicks, okay? But I'm watching videos of people in these city hall and county hall and whichever meetings they have to go to, man. They're putting these damn flock cameras, okay, every place. They're just putting them up. They're putting up data centers, and people are going to these. I mean, these meetings are packed with, and people. Nobody in those meetings wants those things. And when it's time to vote, they're putting them up. They're not listening to the people. They don't care what the people say. They're putting these flock cameras up everywhere, man. And you know what Klaus Schwab said, right? You will own nothing, right? Because you're not going to be able to afford a car or house or anything like that. You're going to be renting. You're going to be renting for a long time. And even if you get a car, it's going to be a lease. It's going to be like a rental, man. They got those cameras coming up in the cars and shit. He said, you will own nothing and you will have no privacy. Okay? You're not going to have any privacy at all. Because they got those cameras going up every damn different place you can imagine, man. And like I said, the people don't want it. The people don't want the war. The people don't want this, and the people don't want that. And then they make these videos of them sitting in their car crying because they can't afford groceries and all the rest of that kind of shit, man. That is exactly what the government wants. That's exactly what the government wants, man. Don't you guys? I mean, I watched somebody saying they spent $12,000 to come over here and watch a bunch of grown men kick around a damn soccer ball, to go to one of those soccer matches. $12,000 damn dollars. Jesus Christ. I guess if you're, hey, you know what? If I was a millionaire and somebody gave me a damn ticket to that shit, I'd be like, I don't even want to go, man. I have no interest in any kind of sports like that, man. None whatsoever. Okay? I don't watch any football or baseball or any of that shit, man. I don't play with balls. Okay? You guys can take that for whichever way you want to take it, but I don't play with balls. I don't watch other men play with balls. They got specific websites for that. You can go on there and watch other men play with balls. Yeah, that's my opinion on people that sit around there and scream and yell at the damn television watching their damn sports, because no matter who wins, you ain't getting a damn dollar out of it. You ain't getting shit. So, like I said, you guys are losing your privacy right and left. Okay? Now, in some of these schools, they want to take biometric photos of your children. And you see, a photo is one thing, but a biometric photo uses specific things, points on your face that only you possess. Okay? No matter how old you get, those biometric photos will still be accurate. Okay? Those locations that they're using to measure on your biometric will not change during age. Okay? They're taking away your privacy, man. They're taking it away. And it's exactly what the government wants. They want full control. You see? Because after enough people have lost their jobs, they can't afford food, they can't afford insurance, they're living on the streets. I'm not a big fan of allowing people just to live in these parks, stuff like all this homeless stuff, man. Okay? I'm not a big fan of that. Okay? But they're starting to push them off. And eventually what's going to happen is the government's going to come out and they're going to say, hey, we got an idea, man. You guys can't buy stuff anymore. We're going to give you this UBI, this universal basic income. Okay? Once you're on that UBI, once you're on it, And when you're hungry and your family needs medical and all the rest of that shit, you're going to be on it. Okay? Once you're on it, if you criticize the government, you ain't going to get your UBI that month. Right? If you say you don't want a data center, you're not going to get your UBI. If you say you don't want flock cameras or you don't want these biometric things for your children, you're not going to get your damn UBI, man. Okay? That's what they want. The government is doing exactly what they said they were going to do, exactly what Klaus Schwab said they were going to do. They're doing exactly what they said. And you people just make videos. You think if you go on Instagram or TikTok or even you one of those YouTube and cry about it, it's going to make any damn difference. Okay? Okay? I really want to tell you guys what to do. I really do. Okay? But you guys know already what needs to get done. Okay? Okay? I listened to a lady talk on the Sean Ryan show on YouTube. Okay? And she said that there's 350 million people in the United States. Okay? Approximately 500 million guns. They don't know exactly for sure, but she was guessing approximately 500 million guns. There is not enough military and law enforcement to control that kind of a population. Okay? They cannot. Okay? When the blank hits the fan, all this military and law enforcement, okay, they're either going to be they're just going to stop doing their job because they're going to be having to stay home and take care of their families, okay, or they're going to be protecting the politicians, what they call the government institutions. That's like this, the city halls. They're going to be protecting power plants, water treatment facilities, major roadways, bridges, all of those things. Okay, they will not have time to come protect. Okay, they will not have time to come serve and protect. Just what they say on the back of their police cars, at least in LA they do, right? They will not have time for that. You're going to be on your own. Okay, and that's coming. It's coming, man. And you guys can just sit back and do nothing. It's okay, man. Like I said, I don't live in that place. And this is coming from somebody who lives in a third world country with one political party. This Cambodia is probably as close to a damn dictatorship as you can get. Okay? They have one political party here. And if you try to start another one, you're going to jail. Okay? I don't get involved in their politics. They treat me fairly over here. I have no problem at all with the government over here at all. Nothing. Matter of fact, I got quite a few friends that are way up in the government. Okay? But for me, I have more freedom over here. Okay? I have more freedom over here than I would in the United States. Okay? These inner cities, those are going to be the first ones to go, man. And like I said, I don't know what you guys are waiting for, man. I really, really do. Well, I know exactly what you're waiting for. You're waiting for somebody to come in and fix a problem, and they're not coming. Okay? That is the American way. Okay? For people to come in and fix your problem for you. Okay? Like I said, there's 350 Americans, man, 350 people, and you guys can't gain control of your damn country. I could tell you exactly how to do it, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want any problems. Okay? Do you understand that? So, like I said, you guys can just continue to go over there and sit around and look at your little Instagram posts and see how many followers you get, and do your little posting on your little Facebook, and sit around and make these little crying videos in your car and all the rest of that bullshit. But it ain't going to do no good. They're not even listening to you anymore. That is how little respect they have. These city councils and all the rest of this, they're putting these data centers up everywhere so they can have these flock cameras in every place in the United States. Okay? And according to George Orwell in the book 1984, and most of you probably never even read it or heard of it, but there's a book that was written in 1948, but he just turned the last two numbers around. It's called 1984. It's written by George Orwell. And in every home was required a camera, okay? And it was called Big Brother, okay? And Big Brother, there was cameras in everybody's house to where Big Brother could watch you at all times. And if you got caught talking something bad about the government, they were coming to get you, okay? You guys are going to be living in 1984, not the year, but the book, okay? Like I said, for you guys that don't, probably most of you don't read, if you even know how anymore, schools have failed, but that's one of the scariest books there is, okay? That's one of the scariest books there is because it's the government, and you cannot, once they have full control of you, once they control your money, once they control everything about you, and there's cameras everywhere, there's, like I said, next year, every new car, excuse me, every new car will have a camera in there. I've watched videos where some girl says she's so tired of that camera watching her. She said if she turns her head and looks at one little thing outside the thing, she gets a little message that says, please pay attention to the road. If she slouches down in her seat, the little camera comes on, the little voice comes on that says, please sit up straight in your seat so I can see your eyes. Right? Next thing you know, they're not going to let you even wear sunglasses because they won't be able to see your eyes. Okay? That's a scary ass damn thought. Okay? You won't be able to have an old car. Okay? You will not be able to have an old car, man. Okay? Like I said, you will own nothing. You're not going to own anything. Okay? Maybe like the top 10% or 5% or whatever the hell it is doing good in the United States, man. I'm sure there's people that are doing good. I know some people that are doing really good in the United States, but they're already hella rich. Okay? They're already hella rich. They don't care if a damn tomato costs $5. They can go in there and buy a dozen of them, right? They don't give a shit. Okay? They already got hella money. But you people that struggle every damn month to pay your bills, okay? And now you're going to have to pay. Who do you think is going to pay to rebuild that, our quote, ally in the Middle East, man? Where do you think they're going to get all that money from? Not getting it from me, because I don't spend any money over there. I don't pay no taxes over there. I filed my taxes, but I don't pay nothing over there, okay? I spend all my money over here, okay? So you guys that go to work every damn day and have struggled and struggle, okay? Especially for you younger people, man, you ain't never going to have no house. You might as well hang that right there up, man. You're going to be renting for the rest of your damn lives, okay? And like I said, once that UBI shit starts, man, you mouth off, they're going to take your little rental spot from you, man, right? They're going to tell you everything that you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say. That's some scary ass shit right there, man. And you guys are going to put up with it, right? That's what you guys are doing. You guys are putting up with it. Like I said, Cambodia is 139th poorest country in the world, and it's got hella problems, man. Okay? It's got hella problems. Not really so much for me, because I got money. Okay? But it's a shot-out country. Okay? They keep talking about it is a developing nation. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take them to develop. Okay? You get outside the tourist areas, you get outside the areas they keep clean for the foreigners, so you guys can take your little selfies and put them on Instagram and your little photos and all the rest of that shit. It's nice there. Okay? But you get outside, like I said, you step outside this subdivision I'm in, and it is like poverty city. You guys can't even imagine, right? Well, you can if you watch any of my videos and see my bicycle rides, man. You guys have seen what it looks like, right? And that's how these people live. And they will live like that most likely for the rest of their lives, okay? Because they don't know any different, okay? Cambodia is a very small country. And 90% of the people that live here will never leave this country. They will never have the money for a passport or for any kind of way to leave this country at all. So this is all they know. This is all they've ever known, like the people in North Korea, right? All they know is what's inside of North Korea because they've never left, okay? They can't even look at videos of what it's like outside. At least you guys can look at videos if you want, I guess, of what normal places are. But these people over here, they're stuck here. They're stuck here, man, making next to nothing. Making next to nothing, man, and surviving on next to nothing. And that's, to me, that's some crazy ass shit. But like I said, you guys can do what you want to do, man. You guys can, you're more than welcome to stay there. Matter of fact, there's a lot of you people that live in the inner cities, right? The Carnival Cruise crowd, I want you to stay there. I don't want you over here. We don't want you over here. Okay? We just really don't want you over here. Okay? We don't want people jumping on top of cars and twerking at 2 o'clock in the damn morning, some kind of damn street takeovers and all the rest of that bullshit that you guys put up with, man. Okay? Okay? We don't want that over here. I don't want that over here. Like I said, a vast majority of people that live in the United States, I want you guys to just stay there, man. Yep, I want you guys to stay there. You stay there and you look at your little soccer games and whatever else the hell you're looking at, man. But like I said, I get these messages all the time, man, on my Telegram and email that I've given that out to people. My email is on the description. But anyways, asking me to help them to come over. And I'm saying, yeah, more than likely, I'll help you come over. And then next thing you know, they want me to help them with money. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It's usually females, and it's probably a scam, right? They're probably scammers. I don't know, some kind of a scam. But as soon as they start bringing up me giving them any kind of damn money for coming over here, man, if you got to ask for money to come over here, stay in the United States. Because you ain't going to make it over here, okay? Because there is no food stamps and none of that kind of shit. So anyways, I'm back in the saddle again. I'm going to start making some more videos. And I'm so glad to be home and be out of the damn hospital. Like I said, man, the government is doing exactly what they said they were going to do. They're doing exactly what Klaus Schwab said they were going to do, man. Okay? But you guys don't pay any attention to that shit, man. Okay? You're too interested in, like I said, in Taylor Swift and all, I don't know, whoever the hell else, man. The latest movies and all the rest of that shit. So you guys go ahead and live in that fantasy world, man. But it's going to come crashing down on you guys real soon. And when it does, man, like I said, here real soon, I'm getting ready to kick off my website. And you want my help to come over here, you want me to do anything for you, you better break out with that damn credit card. Okay? You're going to have to break out. Right now it's free, but you're going to have to break out with that credit card, man. So, like I said, place for you guys to come, man. Place for you guys to come, man. All right. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Like I said, I'd leave now. I'd leave now before they start rounding people up, putting them in re-education camps. That's what's going to happen. Don't think it will? Okay. Go ahead. Believe that. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.